All right, guys, today we got a new spot for you guys and a new story, a true story, which is going to unfold as we travel up this here road. In 1973, two brothers, Warrendale and Timdale, were on their way right up to this buildings right up here. We're going to drive the same road they drove as they were heading up there. So here's where the Dale brothers ended up, right here at Steve Wenta's house. Steve Wenta lived here with his friend Doug Fink and their family and two little girls. They were all miners and they all worked the mines up here. And check out what I found right away. A little snake head. Not sure if you can be able to see that. Right in that jar there's a snake head, a rattlesnake. After the Dale brothers got out, they came somewhere right in this immediate area. And there was an argument over mining equipment. Before too long, both Wenta and the Dale brothers pulled guns. There was a shootout right here at this very spot. After the dust cleared, one man lay dead and two wounded. And right in this very spot, Steve Wenta was dead. But that's not it. The story goes even deeper, which we'll get into after this spot. After we go here, I'll take you to another place because it even gets more twisted. Makes you wonder if this is exactly where it went down, because this looks like where they would have stored all their equipment. Here's the house that Doug Fink and his daughters shared together. Look at an old table. And I'm not gonna say old too much today. Check it out. Still has a welcome sign right here. Look at the walls. Look at what they used, a little tin at the joints. 1973 this went down. Let's see if we can find anything from that time period in this building. Crank some light on. Let's go. I don't know, that chair looks kind of old. You can see there's some new stuff in here too. Got a little cooking book right here. Speaker. Old stove. Louisiana Supreme Worcestershire sauce. Here's a little note. This is this is 2008. So my dearest, time marches on, and my Lord will direct my way to my blessings that will be coming soon. They have already started, I guess. Better sign off. For love and lots of blessings, your loving mom. Happy Easter. Look, we have a dishwasher still in here, and all his clothes. Some of it looks new. Some of it definitely does look older. The magazines are all definitely newer. Definitely not 1973. Rodents have now taken over. Part of like a working room here. If you guys see anything at all that reminds you, looks like it's from the 1970s, let me know. Looks like we've had someone here since, definitely. And don't we always see peanut butter? Always peanut butter and always coffee. And then that yellow jug looks like apple juice, but it's probably pee. Look, guys, there's an old photo album. Let's grab that out and see if we see any photos, see what time period they seem like they're from. That's this place right here. Somebody left their photos here. That's this place. 2 windows. Where the
Yeah, saw it.
That's how it would have looked. You wonder how the mice can get up there. How the rats or whatever's up there get up there. Oh, there's mice in there. Oh, it smells so horrible. Oh, should not have opened that. Smells really bad in here now that I open that. Again, here's all their clothes. Someone ripped all their clothes out of there. There's a calendar, but a lot of rodent droppings, so I don't plan on. There's our coffee. Here we have the bathroom, or the outhouse. It still has a toilet in there. Maybe the shower too. Check it out, guys. It would have been the old workshop right here. Or something. Like a shed. Have an inner tube still hanging up. Some corrugated pipe. Some more jars. This would have been a little front patio room right here. Area. Suitcase. See if there's anything in it. Not empty. I think it would have been an old mirror. Of course, we have lots of new stuff mixed in here too. Now, if I had to guess, guys, I think this would have been where the shootout occurred. Most likely, this looks like where they would have been keeping their stuff. And what this right here looks like a bullet hole. And you can see it's all mixed up in here. New stuff, old stuff mixed together. Yeah, most likely I think this is where the shootout would have occurred, because they probably would have come in here. Look like where they're keeping all their mining gear. Story doesn't end here. Some shocks. I'm gonna try to get you guys over to another spot where the story continues. We'll see if I can get you there. After the shooting, they would have jumped in their truck and taking this road right back down to the hospital. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're in a totally different location here. Over that way, right there, is where they killed Wenta. But over here, right over in this area over here, Okie Jim Malone and the two Dale brothers started working over here in around 2000. And over here, Dale was living. Look at the rainbow right there. I'm not sure if it's coming through. So I'm not really sure if anybody knows the story about what happened. I tried to research more information about Wenta and if the Dale brothers did any time for that or anything, and I could not find any information on any of that. So if anybody knows, feel free to post in the comments below. But right over here, Okie Jim Malone owned the property, a mine, and this is where the Dale brothers were working. So here's the old Okie Jim's property right here. Now it's been taken over by another mine site and we can't go over there, unfortunately. But what happened here is the two Dale brothers went and robbed a mine and stole a bunch of dynamite. And they hid it in a mine shaft over here. One day, Scott Rice was hanging out with Tim and Tim Dale, and they were down here. They had on this property, they had their old trailer. This is where they were living here and they were working here. And he told Scott Dale, he said, "You gotta leave." So Scott Dale left. He probably came to right about where we're standing right here. And he saw Warren Dale go up to where Timothy Dale was. And he witnessed Timothy Dale pulling out Dale Warren Dale, beating him to a pulp, and then smashing his head in with a rock and killing him. And the next day, Jim Malone came over and found out what had happened and told him that he had to get rid of the body. So in one of these mine shafts around here, in one of these mine tunnels, they dumped the body of Warren Dale. Body was dumped in one of these mine tunnels or mine shafts, and they discovered it later. And it was said that Jim Malone was arrested at first, and they said he may have paid him $600 to kill his brother. And what we found interesting is that after researching property records, I learned that right at that exact same time, Timothy Dale owned a property in Winnemucca that was in foreclosure. And the interesting thing is he owed $600, about $650 on the property, which he was able to come up with the money at that time and pay. So you make your own minds up there. Jim Malone was involved. Was Okie Jim Malone involved? That's up for you to decide. But I wanted to share that story with you because it seemed pretty interesting how karma came back. And now old Timothy Dale now sits in a prison right over there.